The last few years I've been traveling around the US, Europe, Japan, and now Tanzania, East Africa, playing my music, which is fantastic. I was just lucky to be in an environment where I had every opportunity to develop that talent with people mentoring me. What the difference is here is the lack of resources.
For my youth to actually be in contact with someone like that for 5 days is an incredible gift, and nobody else in Tanzania could achieve that.
I started in a fantastic music program in Waltham, Massachusetts, outside of Boston. I eventually went on to Berklee College of Music on scholarship. International school, I met musicians from all over the world. This has kind of started the basis for my international career. Ended up being based in Scandinavia, Copenhagen, Denmark. And the last few years I've been traveling around the US, Europe, Japan, and now Tanzania, East Africa, playing my music, which is fantastic. I first became acquainted with THT on my first trip to Tanzania, August 2008. I was brought here with my band from Denmark. We played a couple of concerts, and part of the agreement was that we stopped by this music school, I guess you could call it. It was quite a fascinating place to walk into for the first time. And then talking to these kids, mostly through music. And I ended up staying there for 4 hours, jamming with the kids, which I could see in their eyes was an amazing experience, but it was equally as amazing for me. And I just never forgot it since.
Tanzania House of Talent, known as THT, is a performing arts centre based in Dar es Salaam. And we work with youth that have got amazing talent in drama, dance and music. They come to the centre 6 days a week, and they're actually former street children or orphans or heads of households.
I've been to a lot of music schools throughout time and seen a lot of talented kids throughout time. What the difference is here is the lack of resources to develop that talent. And with the background I had, with the talent I had every opportunity. I don't come from a rich family or anything. I was just lucky to be in an environment where I had every opportunity to develop that talent with people mentoring me.
We've been running for 3 years, and as we've been developing ourselves, more and more musicians are taking notice of what we're doing because they like the concept, and they actually, really feel that they're contributing something to the kids because they're really willing to learn and want to, soak up the information that you give them.
One of the ways I felt I could contribute was spending time with the kids. I developed a seminar concept. The name of it is not original. I call it the band doctor. This is a very common thing in Denmark, where established musicians go in and work with amateurs or whomever and help them develop the skills in terms of playing together. I do this in my work, my professional work as a music producer, but also a music director on television, where I'm typically hired to set a band of working professionals together, and then we'll have a guest soloist coming in, and it's up to us to sound like a working band across any genre of music within a very limited time. So I've been doing this for about the past 12 years at a very high level, and there are certain mechanisms you can use to get people to perform well together.
I think the band doctor concept is the best way to go about this thing, because it touches on individual groups, it touches on small bands that have the potential but do not have the means of moving forward as professionals. So having the band doctor concept means that you're bringing a professional down to work with very, very talented individuals with great potential, but with no way of knowing how they can be moved forward professionally.
band doctor seminar that I've been doing here has been a 5-day seminar. First day has been entirely observation, watching the band go through their repertoire, listening, taking mental notes, also written notes on areas I think can be worked on. Day 2 is providing diagnosis. I divided it up in focusing at first mainly on the rhythm section, which is drums, bass, percussion, guitar, and keyboards, in order to enable them to provide better accompaniment for the vocalist. Then I went in and focused on background vocals. There's things they can do. There are complications that arise when a number of individuals sing together, enunciation of words, a blend, harmonies, and then finally focusing on the soloists to get them to better their performance, not just as a soloist, but also in terms of presentation. How do you address an audience? And then on the last day, we put everything together and then perform again.
My name is Edna Rumbika. I'm 18 years old and I come from Tabata. The band doctor seminar is helping. Of course, I think all of us, especially me, I now know how to sing well, because last time you can sing it anyhow, like the words. We used to not pronounce the word well, but this time he has taught us how to pronounce the words and we know how to pronounce them. I think I'm going to be a very big singer, owning my own company, music company, and I think I also want to open a school where I'll develop other people's talent, the way THT is doing me this time.
Having seminars like the one that Bobby Ricketts is currently doing with THT is invaluable to our kids, because Tanzania especially does not get exposed to as many ideas or like the level of professionalism that people like Bobby are able to bring to the country. So for them to then be able to work firsthand with Bobby is an incredible experience, because not only are they sort of learning from him in terms of the music that he's teaching, but they also pick up like the attitude that he has and the ethos and the discipline, which is all very important to be a musician. And also Bobby has got, he's not just an artist, he's a producer and a manager. So they're picking up skills like that as well. And for my youth to actually be in contact with someone like that for 5 days is an incredible gift, and nobody else in Tanzania could achieve that.
Because I've been able to work closely with the people behind THT and kind of understand their vision and ideas for development, in terms of what they'd like to see happening, what kind of opportunities they'd like to be able to provide for the kids in this program. I'm aware of certain things, and again, this whole thing of self-discipline, everybody showing up on time. I'm there on time, and I just start working with whoever's there. We had an interesting incident one morning when the drummer was on time, and he was just kind of, I was looking, should we wait for some more? And then I heard the dancers rehearsing. I heard the music from the dancers rehearsing in another part of the building. And then I thought, why shouldn't the band be able to back the dancers when they do a show? And so I said to him, can you play that beat? And we're listening to the music, and he could, of course, play the beat, but you have to emphasize certain things in order to give, or in order to send a certain energy that makes people want to dance. And I was doing my best using body language to get him to understand certain things. And I said, wait a minute. And then I just ran in and brought over a few of the dancers. And we had a great session where the dancers started dancing to the drummer. And